Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. I don't know if we will come to later regret starting 2 new series all in the same week, but here we are. We're going to start Tactics Ogre today. I guess my story, or it's a little background between my relationship with this game. I had never heard of it until they did the remake in 2022, and I saw the trailer for it. It looked like a pretty good game, and the more I learned about it, the more impressed I was with it. The lead director of Final Fantasy Tactics actually is the lead director of Tactics Ogre, and pretty much was one of the handful of people that actually made the Tactics Battle games leading up to Tactics Ogre. I mean, this was the second in the franchise. So it's pretty good work. Final Fantasy Tactics is amazing, and Tactics Ogre is like the indie version of that. This game is pretty difficult sometimes, depending on how you build your characters. I've played a little bit of it for the past year or so, but I will do a completely new playthrough, for the most part doing the opposite of what I did on my self playthrough. Maybe I haven't really decided yet. It's kind of weird to like do the story that I've already done, but also normally my first playthrough of a game is how I would do it on stream, and also the choices are very, very different from one another. Here's the intro for that. How's the volume, everyone? What year and console was the original release? Check out the description. I always have information in there for every game that I play. But to answer your question, it's 1995 in Japan, and we didn't get a US release until like 2003 on the PlayStation, something like that. I just want to see what the options were. So yeah, this is my save file. I'm in chapter 3 and have a level 24 Terror Knight as my main character. But let's start a new game. In an age of war, wheel begins to turn. As usual, we play as an orphan. What's today's date? January 7th? Ooh, whoa. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not allowed to use some of these things. Magician. For all things a beginning. You brew an arcane elixir. What power will it hold? Order and obedience, concession and regret, liberty and turmoil. Let's go with liberty and turmoil. The chariot, means and ends. How do you define victory? Let's see what the options are. Vanquishing my foes, ending the conflict, preserving my allies. I'm gonna go with preserving my allies here. The Empress, and she shone like the sun. In what thing do you stand above all others? My beauty, my wealth, my wisdom. I'm quite a fan of wisdom, so let's go with wisdom. High Priestess, the chains of faith bind this heart. All men have flaws. Which of yours would you remedy? I think that none of these are really bad things. I think that I have pride and sloth and not really envy. But if I had all three, really you could get by with still having envy and pride, but it would be best for you to get rid of sloth. The Fool. As a bird takes wing, you're about to embark on a long journey. Whom do you want at your side? My family, my beloved, my friend. Let's go with friend. Whose blessing do you seek? Alright, since there's a pause in here, I'm gonna say hello to people that are in here. So hello there to Chomper and to your troopers. I got Demon and John Peake the musician. So I haven't hit 300. I think that those hours only count up when you watch the stream. I don't think that they count video on demand. Well, it didn't say beloved into a deadly battle. It said on a long journey. So I'm a little biased here because I actually have played through enough of this to know that these kind of matter, but also they don't have holy on here, so it doesn't really matter that much. There's some sort of like elemental pyramid thing going on where you're weak to one of these and strong against another. And I would go into more about the details of combat, but I don't necessarily want to do that at the moment because you all are seeing this for the first time. They're all goddesses. Fire, water, ice, air, earth. You know, air is a pretty uncommon pick. I'll go with air. Yeah, the Ghoul Gengar. Which path will you walk? The curtain rises. I actually don't know how the questions they give you at the beginning contribute to the game story. Like, I think that I usually gravitate towards ice. But there will be other games where I can choose an element to align myself with. And plus I already did ice on my main playthrough. I guess not main play. This is now my main playthrough. I don't think I'll go back to my previous one. So I'm going to kind of know what's going to happen for the first, like, 3 or so hours, or 3 or so battles. And then I know that a choice will come up that I still haven't decided whether I'm going to go with what I did the first time or whether I'm going to do the opposite of it. But if I go with the opposite, then it'll be a completely different story. It'll be vastly different from what I'm already used to. I don't think I would consider this 2D 3D, or the HD 2D that Square has been doing. This looks pretty similar to the original. I mean, it obviously looks better than the original, but I guess it kind of does have that snow effect, though. I'm loving that chat is now talking about their elemental preferences. More of a fire versus earth, passionate about things, interest rare, solid as rock. There's chapter 1, there's blood in my hands. How long till it lies on my heart?
It's as we heard, Denim. Lancelot's returned.
I do like ice. I'm pretty chill about things in general. And also mechanically, I do like aside from the aesthetic of ice and also the fact that in Final Fantasy, one of my favorite summons has always been Shiva. I think that mechanically, I like the idea of slowing enemies down as being like one of the cooler debuffs that I go with.
Then it's time. Right, sister?
Time to end this madness. We can't beat him, you know that.
Alright, so Denim is our main character, by the way. Katua is our sister, and our friend is the other guy whose name I've already forgotten.
What are you saying, Kashu?
Vice, there it is.
Have us pass up a chance like this?
And I accidentally spoke over the voice, so now no one knows how to pronounce her name.
It's foolishness to think the three of us might defeat the Dark Knights.
They're the ones who have been foolish, and we stand to gain.
Don't tell me you're scared. If you've lost your taste for blood, I'll do this myself.
That's enough, Vice. Let's go.
No, this won't end well. And what do we gain by taking their lives anyway?
Lancelot is captain of the Dark Knights, and they are the source of Barkram power.
I should warn everyone, this is one of those political intrigue games where there are a lot of different empires and whatnot. Usually not my cup of tea. It hasn't really gotten that much in the way of the gameplay, through the first 3 chapters at least, for this game.
Kill Lancelot, and you remove one of the pillars supporting them. The Barkram will falter, if only for a moment.
Barkram is the ruling empire of the village that we're in at the moment.
And that moment will be all the encouragement the Galgastani require. They want Valeria for their own.
And Galgastani is an outside force that they're trying to incite into invading in order to take over Barkram.
The turmoil of the last war has only just settled. And you'd start another?
Are we Wallister so free of turmoil now, Koshua?
Katua is how that's gone.
We are less than vermin in their eyes. Insects to be crushed underfoot.
If war begins anew, we'll die just the same.
Shh, they're here. We'll flank them. Deno, go round behind.
Right.
Vanquish Lancelot. Okay, attack turn, recovery time, so similar to Star Rail or Final Fantasy X, where your speed basically, where everyone has like an amount of time it takes for their next turn. And so depending on what move you use, it'll take less time or more time for your next action to come around. You can press X to interrupt the current turn style. Alright, I don't have full motion of the game, which is unfortunate. Oh, he just went right head on.
Who goes there?
Friends of the Resistance, and no friends of yours.
Friends of the Resistance, okay.
The Resistance.
I expected a warmer welcome than this. They're children.
Hey there, Chef Studio. Welcome. Grind intensive, best of luck. I do like grinding though, so it's probably okay. Hey there, Cheesy.
Wait, do you even know who we are?
You're Lancelot, and that makes you my enemy.
Lancelot is my name, true. How is it that you know me?
How could I forget you? The Dark Knights laid torch to this town only a winter past.
So 1 year ago, the Dark Knights, burned down their city.
The Dark Knights? But we come from the kingdom of New Zenobia to the east.
And Lancelot of the Dark Knights has but one eye. You have two.
One eye, you say? Would that he lacked my name as well. His reputation, it seems, does me no favors.
They got the wrong Lancelot.
No marauding knights us, but mercenaries come looking for work.
I am Lancelot Hamilton, a holy knight of Zenobia.
And I am Canopus, the one they name Windcaller. Our aged companion here is...
The Starseer, Warren Oman, at your service.
Mirden Warhorn, a knight of Zenobia, as it please you.
Gildus is my name. There now, no need to be frightened.
I wasn't. I don't know what to say.
Forgive us, good knights, but perhaps this meeting might benefit us both. We have need of strength such as yours.
Ah, tell us your tale then. We are strangers in this land, and I would hear more of it.
Vice is my name. It would seem that you are not our enemy.
I am the Sybil Karshua, and this is my brother, Denham.
I'm Denham. Please, forgive our error.
Already forgotten. Though you did give us quite the surprise.
They would have completely destroyed us anyway.
Now, do you think we might talk somewhere out of this wretched heat?
We have just the place. It's not much, but it's secret, and it's safe. As it is, we lack swords enough to face the Galgastani. The Bakram share our deficit, a deficit they've remedied by joining forces with Lodis.
So there we already have 3 political forces in 2 sentences. The Bakram, Lodis, and Galganadis.
So Lodis sent them the Dark Knights Loslorian.
So the Dark Knights are from Lodis, and they were here by rental to the Bakram.
Loslorian is an order under the direct command of High Priest Sardian, ruler of Lodis. They are said to be the greatest of the 16 orders and the High Priest's favorite besides. Yet he uses them not in open battle, but in shadows and secrecy. They are his ears and his dagger. They are as dark as their name.
So the Dark Knights answer directly to the High Priest of Lodis.
And these Dark Knights, whatever you call them, are backing the Bakram, eh?
So, why are you come to our isles? Does Zenobia think to claim Valeria as her own? Do Lodis and Zenobia mean to bring their wars to our shores?
Enough, Vice.
Your question deserves an answer. We are Zenobian, after all. Yet we do not serve as knights of Zenobia.
You just said you were Knights of Zenobia, though.
We were banished,
Ah.
cast out.
We're outlaws.
I guess they did say
no
they were
place waiting
mercenaries.
for us back home. Nah.
Voice acting in this game is good. Good as the music. Yeah, it's good on both sides.
We've come to find work, preferably of the well-paying variety.
I don't trust you, and I don't trust your story. This is our fight.
It's not like we'd be able to pay them anyway. We're clearly a bunch of broke orphans.
Vice, please. Lord Knight, you must forgive our passion.
There is nothing to forgive. Tell me, what will you do now?
For one, we have to get Duke Ronway out of Almorica.
I guess Almorica is the town that we're in.
Duke Ronway. He is your leader.
Not just us. He leads all the Wallister. The Galgastani hold him captive in their castle. They plan to execute him, if the rumors are to be believed. And we mean to stop them.
A duke? But if his purse matches his title, a little rescue work might be just the thing. How about it, Lancelot?
Look, I'm sorry for not trusting you. It's true that if we're to rescue the Duke, we're going to need help.
Then there's nothing to be gained jabbering on here, eh? To Almorica Castle.
Wait! The castle is well defended. A fight there would mean our deaths. And yours, Lord Knight. And I've seen enough of fighting. Enough of death.
What about you, Denham? Would you have our aid?
I mean, I don't know what kind of fool would say, no, we don't need your help anyway.
Without your help, the Duke is as good as dead.
Ah, then it's settled. We will prepare at once.
Or just to say there's no need. I don't know what there. Also, it has this.
Why do you not heed me, brother?
This game has the same issue as like a lot of future games where they have dialogue trees, right? Like when the choice is yes, please help us versus there is no need. What do they mean by there is no need? Are they going to say there's no need because we're not going to save the Duke? There's no need, we can handle it on our own? Like, it's all very like unclear.
I know how you must feel. But what of my feelings? I don't want to lose you. Our father is dead. A hard truth. But a truth all the same. In all the world. You are the only one bound to me by blood. I couldn't bear to let you die. Forgive me. I know my words will not sway you. Only promise me. Promise you'll never leave your sister.
What's keeping you? Everyone's ready. You can't coddle him forever. He's no little boy anymore.
Do not speak to me of my brother. He does not share your lust for blood.
I have no love for war, but I'd sooner die on my feet than on my knees.
You would die on the backs of others.
You were the one who brought them in here, Kashua.
That is true, she did.
Because when I find a tool well suited for a job, I use it. At least one of us has the sense to recognize an opportunity. You should thank me.
Is that how you see people? As tools? I'd have expected more of a Sybil.
I only want to see an end of death.
if you've ever seen, oh, I guess I should have like gone through this, but that's just like the menu. I think I can see that again, maybe. Yeah, so you're able to go through here and save your game and whatnot. There's autosave. So you actually have more accuracy when you're hitting someone in the back, just like most tactics games. You actually do more damage when you hit someone from that's lower elevation, I think. You can reach enemies up to 2 elevations higher and 3 lower. Sure, the rest of the stuff will come up over time. Let's make a quick save here. And these are all guests. And then these are my... Actually, I guess everyone's a guest except for me. They all are all level 3. Our main party is level 1. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy Tactics, that map screen looks very familiar to you. So I'm able to save my game within here, but if I do, then I'm kind of stuck here. It's a tutorial level, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue.
Hey, you're the rebels what been hiding out in Goliath. Here to save your Duke, is it? There's 2,000 Goth on that one's head, boys. Half the purse to him what brings him down.
Really? 2,000 on, like, a bunch of kids?
A narrow stream, scarce 1 pace across. Easily jump this. Watch. But look before, nah. You can only jump to ground of the same height or lower.
That is actually pretty important information.
One of the winged, like me, moves with no heed of height or terrain.
I kind of do prefer
Even so,
this
rushing
version.
in alone without someone to watch your back is asking for an early grave.
Going through a tutorial. Because, like, imagine if they instead said, alright, you can move to squares that are, you can jump across, you know, 1 space gaps as long as it's at the same height or lower. And then they, like, force you to move there. And then you have to, like, go through the actions yourself. That just is kind of annoying. But, like, the characters themselves are doing it on their own. You have no control over them anyway. And they have, like, little nice dialogue to go with it.
Always keep a close watch on the action to see who will move next. Avoid unnecessary actions and keep speed on your side. The distance a unit moves and the actions it takes determine how long it must wait to move again.
Yep.
The order in which units act is called the attack turn. Keep a close eye on this. You can sort units by order of attack turn to quickly tell which unit will move next.
Actually, I did not realize
When
that.
a unit's turn comes round, you can command it to move, act, or use skills. What's more, you can issue these commands in any order you see fit. Think on your choice as well. The command to move can be cancelled at any time. If you find a unit out of range for a planned attack, try moving it to a different location.
Now that is... I don't know if that's new with the remake, but in Final Fantasy Tactics, once you move, that's it, and you have to, like, stay there. So, you know, it's good that you're able to, like, move and then see what you can do and then go back.
Units begin battle with no MP, that being the font of all magical power. Units accumulate MP gradually over time. Powerful magic requires greater amounts of MP, so think ahead before casting a spell.
I forget if you get experience points for in this game.
Skills are divided into 4 broad categories.
Meditate is an auto
Action,
ability.
support, auto, and special.
So there, every turn there's a chance to just gain extra magic points.
Units learn skills as they gain levels, according to their class. That just now was Meditate, an auto skill.
What is the tank build? Technically, probably Paladin, but Terror Knight might actually be a better tank than Paladins are. Because they both have the ability to stop enemies from moving past them. And Terror Knight is just absolutely broken.
Auto skills will sometimes
There might be
take
things that are
effect
more broken
before
than a
your
Terror
turn
Knight,
comes
but I'm only in
around.
Chapter 3.
Use
That's as
this
far as I've
to
ever gotten
your
in this game.
advantage. A conjurer of magics must do more than learn a spell to wield it in battle. You must assign each spell before you enter the fray.
Now, not Terra, Terror, like Frightened.
Assign spells to your units from the party screen. Be sure that you don't forget.
You'll need a class mark in order to change a unit's class. Some class marks can be found for sale in shops, but not all are to be had so easily. A unit's level doesn't change when they change classes, so if one class isn't working out, a new line of work may be in order. There's no reason to go making things harder on yourself than they already are.
And they do get pretty hard, so yeah.
To use common consumables, such as Mendleaf in battle, you'll have to prepare before you're on the field. Up to 4 may be ready. Best choose them
Yeah,
with
isn't
your
that
unit's
crazy?
needs
You're
in
able
mind.
to equip 4 consumable items before you actually go to battle.
Take heed of the enemy's element before striking. There are 8 in all. Air, earth, lightning, water, fire, ice, light, and darkness.
If I remember correctly, it just goes in a loop. So air is strong against earth, which is strong against lightning, which is strong against water, strong against fire, which is strong against ice, which is strong against air. And then lightning and darkness are both weak against and strong against each other. Or they're like super effective against each other.
Each element has its strength. Air against earth and so on. It can be enough to give you the edge you need.
Each unit has a level, but so does your party. Your party's level will rise.
And I actually really like
lead them
this
to victory
part of the
in
game.
stages to come. And remember, a unit can't advance.
You
beyond the
can't
level of
actually
the party.
overgrind levels in this game. You have to, there's a max level for each character, and that's the level of the party, and that only increases as you do story content.
whisper of Ronway's execution and out you come, bold as you please. A rat can smell a trap, but not all rebels, huh? High time we were rid of your lot.
Support skills are just that. Skills that provide some passive benefit to the user.
Hey, Utopia.
When I move, you'll notice yellow points of light near me on the ground. This is a support skill called Rampart Aura. Any foes entering the range of the aura will be unable to move further until their next turn.
Yeah, that's the ultimate support skill. And maybe not the ultimate support skill, but yeah, that's
Some
basically
support skills
blocking
hinder
your
the enemy's movement,
enemies
while
so that your
others might
allies
grasp
that are in the
enhanced
back
strength.
line
Consider well your
don't get
class
hit.
and lay of the battlefield when choosing which to use.
Gale upon the welcome sky, send arrow wind to smite my foes. Dead shot. Just punch him? Really? That's what you've got?
Trap, and we walked right into it.
Trap or no, we fight or we die. I've never let a Galgastani get the better of me, and I don't mean to start today.
Focus, Vice. Our first duty is to save the Duke.
Don't lecture me on duty. Your only duty is to stay alive.
You should not speak to Denham so. He was only trying to help.
They're too busy arguing in the middle of a battlefield. He's getting bodied. Come now to my hands, O crimson flame, piercing the sky, a red comet, you are, herald of doom. Spark sphere.
Wait! You're no Wallisters! I know a man from Lotus when I see one.
From Lotus. No, these are from Zenobia. Yeah, this isn't a 1995 game, although it's not that far off from the 1995
Are you
game.
all right, Denham? You shouldn't let Vice get to you.
I'm fine, sister. Back to the battle.
No, not the maze in the back. Yeah, this battle basically plays itself. It's very difficult for you to lose this battle. No, my item. Oh man, that would have been really nice to get. Come on. Land on the thing. There you go. I hate not having control over the characters. You need to be healing yourself. Only 56, unfortunately. Mage finishes it off.
Looks like our luck has turned.
Thanks for that, Chev Studio. And for those of you that don't already know, Chev also streams. I don't have a command for him yet, like I did with Ghoulish, but he does RPGs, Pokemon, Unite, stuff like that. I'll write something up for next time. We've got a Berserker's Mark, actually. It's pretty nice. 2 Blessing Stones. That's how you heal, revive people that are dead. They're already at the level cap. Experience points are given to the entire party, and each unit that participates gets a portion of the total, but only those that survive get the bonus or get experience points. Oh, they didn't go through the extra stuff. They
The way inside
actually
is clear. Stay
split
on
it
guard.
evenly among all party members, but if there are characters that are at the max level already, then their excess experience points gets divided among the rest of the people that are not at the max experience points yet. So it's actually pretty easy to power level a new character that you just get to the rest of the party level.
Leave the heavy lifting to us, Denim. Cover our flank. That's all we ask.
Passageway.
A fine time for this, with Master Nibeth away. Listen well. We face the rogues who slew Bapal and his men. Underestimate them, and share Bapal's fate. Give these rebel swine a taste of Galgastani steel. Almorica shall never fall!
Do I get to control the characters yet? Nope, not yet. Still haven't quite figured out what those status effects are. In theory, if you're fire averse, that would increase the damage dealt to you by fire attacks, but it doesn't actually seem to work that way. But maybe it actually increases the damage dealt to you by fire-based allies. I could look it up, but not worth it at the moment.
Interlopers! Why do you meddle in our affairs? Our struggle with the Wallister goes back generations. It's no concern of yours.
I think that we are Wallisters. Yeah, Denim and the rest are Wallisters.
Or do you seek to claim Valeria as Lodis does? I will have your
Maybe
answer.
we're Valerians?
We are men without a country. We have lent them our swords because it suits us to do so.
And we're looking for mercenary work, as it happens. Not hiring, by any chance?
Well, that's troubling if they actually were to say, like, yeah, here, have some gold, turn on these rebels that have hired you.
And worry you'll leave for a bigger purse? We don't need outsiders to do our killing.
He makes a good point. Let's rescue this duke, collect our reward, and be done with it.
A craven who would choose lucre over loyalty deserves only one reward.
Yeah, everyone here in this game has like their own sort of motivation for stuff. Interestingly enough, I don't think that flying units have arrow weakness in this game. He actually attacked with the shield that actually does knockback damage in addition to, or it does knockback, and because there was a wall behind her, it did knockback damage in addition to the regular damage that you would do from the shield. We block off the item here. Do you really still not have a weapon? Could you get a weapon? Even I have a sword. No, not my healer in the back. That actually is kind of one of the worst things about archers in this game. They definitely prioritize hitting your healers in the back and your mages, and they generally have a little bit more range than you do. I think that this is like by far the most difficult tactical RPG that I've ever played. It's not saying that much. But some of these missions get very difficult. Although I will say that most of the reason why it's difficult is just because the character classes are just so terrible. Like, there just aren't enough options. Compared to a game like, you know, Triangle Strategy, where like it's difficult because the enemies do a lot of damage, but you have a lot of different things that you can do in order to mitigate that damage or recover from that damage. In this game, enemies don't really do that much damage, but there aren't really that many ways of mitigating or getting rid of the damage, and there are like a lot of enemies that each do a little bit of damage, and occasionally like a handful of enemies that each one-shot your team.
My life for Galgastan.
could be a knight or a berserker. And that should bring us up to level cap. Nice. Learn some abilities here.
The taste of freedom is sweet. You have my thanks. Sweeter still that Wallister youths came to my aid. Denham, was it? Doubtless you and your friends are a gift from the Great Father himself.
Wonder what Great Father he's talking about. There were 6 goddesses for us to patron or become patrons of. Or patron to. No, what is the word I'm looking for? Because they would be our patrons. I don't know what the word for the opposite of that is.
The Wallister boon is great, and our future bright.
We are not alone in our loyalty. Upon word of your Grace's release, many Wallister have left their haunts for Almorica.
Okay, so we are Wallister.
And there is still time before the Galgastani come to remedy my freedom. Though not long, I fear. We must regroup. Now I must ask if the tale our guests have told us is indeed the truth.
Upon my sword it is. We are outcasts from our land.
I do not doubt your sword. It is the whiskers of your companion that give me pause. I hear a diviner matching his description was ever at the side of King Tristan when your new Zenobia came into being 2 years past. And that you, Sir Lancelot, were captain of the Holy Knights.
And yet you're only level 3.
Is the Saint King so brazen as to cast out the very men who placed him upon the throne?
I too have heard tell of this diviner, but I am not he.
Lodis plagues us with the Dark Knights, Lothlorien. How do we know that you are not some new menace visited upon Valeria? If new Zenobia does not seek to usurp, I would have your proof.
Your Grace, these holy knights risked their own lives to win your freedom.
A man can claim knighthood only when he serves a worthy lord. It is for such a man that we seek.
I have your word, and its proof shall be in your deeds. You sought a reward. You shall have it, and employment besides. I would have you train our Wallister loyals as guards and soldiers here in Almorica.
As you wish.
I love that they pushed their chairs back in.
Now, Denham, your father was an Abuna in Goliath, was he not?
I don't know what an Abuna is.
I met him myself once. A wise man, Abuna Prancet.
Oh, Abuna's the name. Okay.
What happened in Goliath was a tragedy.
Please, Your Grace, you must avenge our father. No, all the people of Goliath.
Yet the enemy before us is Galgastan. They must come first. And for that, I will need knights. Knights such as yourselves. Will you join my table at Almorica?
Us? Knights?
As young heroes of Wallister, you will serve as a shining example to your clansmen. I would have you become knights in my direct service. Well, what say you?
Of course. I mean, as you wish, Your Grace. I know Denham's with me on this.
Excellent. Now, if you are to be a knightly order, you will require a name.
Oh, I get a space. Nice. I don't get to put an apostrophe in, but you guys get it. I could put an apostrophe in if I don't have the space.
What do you think?
Yes, a fine name. You'll go far, I'm certain. I have much for you to do. Your first task takes you to the town of Chrysara, to the southwest. The captain of my knights, Sir Leonard, has gone there in pursuit of the former overseer of this castle, a necromancer named Nibeth.
So we took back the castle, Almorica, and the Galbanians that used to be, that had taken over the castle and were planning on executing the Duke, were under the service of this necromancer Nibeth.
Truth be told, he's having a harder time of it than was expected. You'll be going to Chrysara to aid him. Understood? Now before you leave, you'll want to fill your ranks with soldiers from Almorica and purchase such gear as you'll require. I expect you have little in way of coin, so I'm giving you 30,000 goth from the treasury, and a few of my own knights to serve under.
Nice. Starting funds.
You can count on us, Your Grace. We won't let you down.
Alright, who's trying to become a knight of Stormy's dojo?
Then may victory and glory await you, young heroes of Wallister.
You've led us to gainful employ after all. My thanks.
No, it is I who should thank you.
I could have sworn there was a way to auto-scroll through here.
So, you're off to aid one of the Duke's men. I regret we cannot join you. Above all else, stay alive. Win or lose, while there's life, there's hope.
I'll try to remember that.
Best not forget, the dead get no second chances.
They're telling me over and over again, do not die.
If death were our aim, there are swifter ways to go about it than soldiery. We fight to live.
True enough. Still, do not needlessly seek out danger. Enough will find you as it is.
Of course.
You are the heroes of Goliath, are you not? I must thank you for saving His Grace the Duke. Indeed, accept my thanks on behalf of us all.
And you are?
Ravnus Luxarian, a knight in service of the Duke. I would ride to Leonard's aid myself, but His Grace has other need of me. I fear the task falls to you.
Unfortunate.
No need to fear, friend. We took back this castle, didn't we?
With the help of the mercenaries, you did not really do much.
And what manner would that be?
She and her fellow knights drew off the garrison defending the castle. Else, we would not have succeeded.
If it were not for the sacrifice of others, we would be no heroes of Goliath now.
Make no mistake, I have high hopes for you. We must unite the people behind us if we are to put an end to this endless war. Word of your heroics emboldens them.
Then you hold us up as heroes to serve some stratagem, is that it?
I mean, yes.
If you do not like it, give truth to the lie. Write your own fate on the battlefield.
May fate smile on us both, Dame Ravnus.
His Grace provided you with war funds, yes? Remember, They do no good sitting in your coffers. Arms, spells, provisions. Even a single magic ring can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
And that is so true.
She thinks highly of herself. I pray we are not near when she falls from such height.
She would also wreck us. Alright. Rename them after us. I'm just gonna hire new recruits. And then have you guys choose one after another what you want to run. Yep, I'll be able to name my units. So I will be naming them after the dojo members. Maybe one for Demon, one for Letopia, one for Chomper. You guys can choose your class. And as I get more job classes to unlock, which are actually kind of difficult to do, but it's fine, then we can change job classes as well. And this is where we're eventually going, but we're going to just shop for here.
Welcome!
So these are the job classes: Warrior, Archer, Mage User, Cleric, and Rune Fencer. A Rune Fencer is basically a red mage. They have a little bit of healing, a little bit of mat healing. They're proficient with spears. Clerics only heal. Wizards do magic damage. Archers obviously are archers. And warriors generally have just like a lot of weapons. I guess one important thing is that Rune Fencer is able to go through water tiles, and then there's female and male versions of both. Warrior. I'm going to like roll a couple of times to get a good warrior. Strength, that's also pretty good. Alright. Water element. Also, there are alignments, so lawful, neutral versus chaotic. It's D&D style, so lawful, and you said you wanted water element.
What do you say? What do you say? Right then.
Alright, who's next? Wizard or Enchantress? Female, alright. Alignment. Fire, okay. Oh, I'm gonna roll for a good one before I do that, though. Chaotic, okay. I'm looking for good intelligence. So 43, 36, 43, 42, 44 is pretty good. Chaotic fire.
You sure?
Just give the word. Ah.
Alright, who else wants what character? Rune Fencer? Specifically the Rune Fencer or Valkyrie? I actually don't know how to choose a good, because they're like kind of good at everything. I'm gonna start rolling. That's decent, maybe dexterity is what I'm looking for. Agility, probably agility. Honestly, agility would be pretty good. Or avoid. High dex is pretty good. 37s. Let's keep going. See if I can get better than 37 or around 37. Alright, 37 it is. Alright, now choose your alignment. Lawful. Lawful characters gladly abide by the rules that uphold order. Neutral characters impartially weigh all evidence before making a decision. And chaotic characters abhor rules and prize freedom above all else. Neutral. And elemental alignment. It is possible to change it later on, by the way. It is a consumable item that is kind of difficult to come by, but it is possible. Earth has not been picked, I don't think. No, it has not. Because I think the water and fire were the other two.
What do you say?
Alright.
You sure? Happy to be of service.
Let's do a couple of things here. Now, there it is. I'll probably make my own character, right? I probably should do that as well. Although I can also just change Denim's character class. We'll see. I can just do it this way, I think. You guys are up here now. What are some other things I want to do here? guess I'll make my own character as well. Kind of want to go for an agility mage. Not mage, but like healer. Also, I could go with, yeah, I'll go with probably Rune Fencer, do a little bit of everything. Or Archer, maybe? Cleric, don't have enough of those. Agility on the cleric. 32 is pretty good. And not terrible mind either. What do I choose for my character? I chose air. So let's do air.
Just give the word.
I'm gonna try my best to keep everyone in the party. In theory, it's actually possible for people to leave your party when their allegiance is too low. It's never happened to me before,
Sure.
but it might just make it even funnier if one of my viewers like loses allegiance with the rest of the party and decides to leave.
At your service.
Alright, now, then let's move myself up here, move you back here, assign the IDs, and then let's get rid of this stuff here. Is there a button for moving? Okay. Oh, okay, I see. That's not how it works. Okay, I'll do it this way. This is fine. These three have to keep something going. I guess I could do it this way. Okay. Who's this? Oh, Godfrey. Okay. Let's see. Worked out just perfectly. Everyone has just enough. Is this only for this character? Yeah, it's only for those characters. the difference between, so these little icons here, I wonder if I can, there we go. So swords do slashing damage, that's what this type of thing is. And then there's bludgeoning damage, and then there's piercing damage. And then you can actually choose your weapon proficiency, and that will actually cause you to be able to use the special skills from that ability, or from that weapon class. I'll actually equip, like, I'll find good stuff to equip there. I have spear proficiency. And then let's buy some stuff here. Hammers are actually pretty decent. I think they're about the same as hand axes, though. I guess it's like bludgeoning damage versus, what's it called, damage? What did it say? What's with the 3? Rune Lancers are best with spears and swords. I gave everyone their best stuff. Why am I able to like buy things that I can't even use for a while? Does extra damage to reptile units. Unfortunately, only attack and defense rings are available right now. There's no magic up or anything like that. Let's get some magic going. I wish it would like actually just tell me what the thing does. Like earth touched and earth attuned. As good of a spot as we're going to be. We already have healing stuff. Oh yeah, and these are the what's it called? perks. I didn't remember that you could actually buy them, but you can to change your job class. But you only get the basics though.
Be well, friend.
I didn't realize that was only for romancers. Alright, now everyone has their ability that they're attuned to as well, or has an ability that they're attuned to as well. Alright, we're all good. Because I'm not crazy, we're going to level them up to at least 3, because that's the level that the game expects us to be at. Actually, I completely unequipped all of them, which is hilarious. How do I remove someone? There we go. I can at least give the bow back to my archer, right? Who else who actually made the cut? Let's see. So that's Utopia, okay. Rihanna, this is the other page. That's all you get? Oh, he doesn't even have magic. Completely useless, actually. Well, she's the body. You have a mage, you've got our main character. This guy also doesn't have any weapons. He can use fists. Alright, I think we're good. Now we're fine at level 1. Healers are so fast. Automatic ability that just happens. You know, I've actually never really paid that much attention. And your resistance increases. Okay, so that's what... Maybe I'll actually use more of those abilities. I probably wouldn't actually use fire, though. It's very unfortunate. Is it time to pull the trigger? Not quite. No, not my archer in the back. Oh, right. It's pretty useless, alright? Throw rocks then. Oh no! Parry. We're kind of already in trouble. itself. You gotta like start moving forward, get into the pocket. This actually would have been a little bit easier with a certain mechanic that will come up very shortly. Probably right after this, after the very first battle that we do. But we don't have that mechanic yet. Appears to become a beacon. Guide the gods to heal your blight. I wish that this weren't water. This is actually a permadeath game, but you don't get permadeath in training sections. It actually was a tactical bad positioning there because I wanted the fencer to hit me, not anyone else. Because that cleric is actually completely useless, basically. actually a pretty interesting setup here. Chomper! At least he can't jump back up. I think we're actually in a pretty good spot now. Worried about this. I'm mostly worried about this Valkyrie, actually. I need to stagger out so that I can't hit two of us at once. Okay, this is actually a pretty good setup here. You can't reach me from here. And I just keep taking down this berserker. These two are healthy, so it's probably fine for me to just stay here. Didn't think about that one, actually. It's okay. We just retreat into our team. And now it's all good. Crit. Let's see if I'm high enough to go over everyone's heads here. I'm not. So these abilities are missile spells, meaning they go on a straight line, which means that if there's an ally in the way, then I can't actually target them. Also, there's a minimum cast distance of 3. But there's some techniques that I've already shown you once during this battle that I wanted to hit an enemy, but they were too close, so I targeted my ally that was 2 spaces behind them so that the missile would just go into the enemy. Because I'm using my own alignment. Come out of my hands, O crimson flame piercing the sky, red comet you are, herald of doom. I already read that. Spark speed. crit. Let's keep everyone alive. Chopper gets the kill. Don't get used to archers dealing 60% or 60 damage to paladins. That is not a long-term thing. We got level 3. That's good enough. Now we got some new skills, which is kind of the main reason why I wanted to make sure that we were at least level 3. Don't think we would have made it out of the next one. Let's see. Well, these guests will make things a little easier. That's a skill that you can use at the beginning of the turn, and it will cause your hits to have 100% accuracy and also be a critical. And also you can't get counterattacked, apparently. I actually did not even know that. Spell Strike is a thing that makes you bypass accuracy checks, so your skills just hit. Meditate, you've already seen, you just get extra magic points. Pincer attack is if you're flanking the enemy, then you get to hit another time. I wonder why Demon didn't get that one. Oh, she does have that one. Nice, okay. And standing behind an enemy, cause friendly units melee trigger an additional attack, dealing 75% damage. Okay, that's pretty good. So, position with Demon, get those back hits. I don't use pincer attack for very long, if it's anything like the first time I played it through. Let's get Instill Earth.
Welcome. well.
Am I going to be allowed to equip both? I mean, they both happen randomly, so it should be fine to equip both. And then, last thing I want to do is give us a chance to, like, actually stay alive if needed, if need be. I didn't get anything that level. Just fine. Save. And we're gonna do our first battle here and then probably end the stream. 2 warriors is probably enough, right? It's either the warrior or the archer that we go with. Let's look at the map and see. Flatlands, enemies approaching, 1 archer in the back. 2 archers? Is that another archer? Yeah, 2 archers on their side, a mage. 3 melee. Yeah, let's overwhelm them with our physical force. Is 1 healer enough? Probably. We have technically an off healer, so it's probably fine. Now the real question is, do we stick to one side of the map? We should probably not completely abandon our ally on this side. I wish they were on this side though, because I would much rather hug this wall and then kill these 2, or these 3 before I kill these 3. Also give me the high ground. This is fine. It's only the first level. Also, this is going to be, what's it called? Probably where they introduce the thing that I'm looking forward to that makes this game interesting for a turtler like me.
Here? Then Almorica has fallen for true. Reinforcements for their kinsmen we've pinned down in Chrysaro. Make peace with the light, Wallister swine! Today you die!
Oh, we get a new
You
ally
looked a
here.
lonely lot. Thought I might join you.
Canopus, the wind caller.
I am Canopus. Step forward and meet your fate, dogs.
Our objective is to defeat the mage in the back, which is a little disappointing because I normally would just want to kill the mage first. As usual, the guests just sprint forward because they want to die. Unfortunate that the gameplay thing that I was thinking of isn't here. I'll save my action.
a Wallister fight. We need no help from you.
Stubborn as ever, eh? How did one so young grow so like a skull?
He's got a point.
Thick! I'll give you thick!
Wait, what?
No, not the wings!
Vice, control yourself.
Bro, you just attack your own ally on the battlefield? You can now use the Chariot Terra. During battle, the game keeps track of the actions of each turn. You can return any previous turns and replay them from that point. It's stored separately from the original, so you can choose for the more favorable course. The number of turns tracked and times that can be replayed varies depending on the battle. So if things go terribly wrong, then I can go backwards. How do I go backwards? There it is. ZL. I don't know if that's also new with the remake either. Okay, I mean, that's great that you're not running directly into the fight, but like, you are a healer. We kind of do need you to somewhat be up close. Fire resistance reduced, okay. Giant on Mount of Fire, cast down to earth here, Spear of Rage.
Today we fight for Wallister honor. Where does it lead?
What's the matter? Lose your nerve? Or has the nagging of your pacifist sister unmanned you? Always hiding behind her skirts.
Thick of skull and a bully besides.
That's enough squawking out of you, Birdman.
Is he gonna throw another rock?
Better a
Bro.
bird than a brute.
Ugh, you're not men. You're children.
Doesn't really matter what I do this turn. Gotta be careful with the elevation here. I could actually get stuck somewhere. So close.
Let me tell you a thing or two about battle, Dylan. Clear the wax from your ears and listen. The key is to divide and conquer. Whether you face a fearsome giant or a timid dormouse, that's the way it's done.
Focus your attacks on one enemy at a time, and you'll emerge the victor.
Taking a lot of damage here.
Denim, Sibyls and mages cannot withstand the withering attacks of the front lines. Keep us in the back, where we can support our warriors from afar. Be mindful of the enemy's position, and bring us no closer than need be. Use a bird's eye view if you're unsure of the distance.
Yeah, but if you were a little bit closer, you would have been able to actually help out the front line there. I actually could have killed him there. Oh well. Look at him next time. Utopia's on the way. That's okay. He's fire reverse, so this will do even more damage. That's actually why I didn't use the earth ability on the last one, because I didn't want to remove his fire reverse. So I didn't say anything when you guys were choosing your elements, because I didn't want to color your decisions. But I don't think that there's actually much of a benefit of actually spreading out your elements. You want to like inflict someone with the status of averse to an element and then just like pile on that element for extra damage. Or at least in my opinion, which is like still super early game. I'm actually super effective against this guy. A third time. Massive damage.
One more piece of advice, Denham. If you come across a blue card on the field, be sure to pick it up. These can provide a boon to aid you for the rest of the battle. Stronger attacks, more critical strikes, and the like.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking of.
But a single unit can only benefit from 4 of these boons at once, so mind who you give them to. Oh, and keep away from the red cards. These will wipe out any boons you've already picked up. You might want to try knocking your enemies into
This
those.
is what really sets this game apart from other tactical RPGs. In most tactical RPGs, it's kind of optimal to just gather your units in one small area and then let the enemies come to you, or like put one bait unit out and then have the enemies try to attack that one and then kill that one enemy. You can't really do that in this game.
Green cards raise a unit's core attributes, and the best part is they keep the bonus even after the battle ends.
But
take a close look at each card before someone picks it up to gauge its effect. There are many kinds, and it doesn't pay to go wasting them on the wrong soldier.
This game makes that kind of impossible, because the cards will spawn randomly all throughout the entire map. And so if you sit in one spot, then the cards won't spawn on you, and they'll spawn on your enemy. And by the time your enemies get to you, they'll be like super broken powerful. Strike. I actually already have Spell Strike still. Let's see, 76, 76, and 67, but these are pretty close to dying if I do this one here. Nice Fire Reverse. Maybe I actually should use Instill Fire on Letopia's character, so that when they're fire a burst, then I can follow up with a fire-based melee attack. Who has you don't have pincer attack, but you do. Which way are you facing? I think you're facing in the correct direction. Now there's a green card on the ground, and it increases intelligence. It would be great for Chomper to have that, but I don't want the enemies to get it. And Rune Fencers also use intelligence. What are the chances that they walk forward? This drops the card. Nice. Doesn't matter yet because what's it called? They did walk forward, so that was a good play there. I just need to get my characters out of the way. Do I have any auto abilities? I don't have any auto abilities. There's no point in picking this one up, which actually just makes my auto abilities more likely to come up. about to destroy them. So unnecessary. You can actually use it and then store it, so not too far away to actually use the Mighty Impact right now, but I'll just like use it and then just have it for next time. So old for this guy. Spell strike fades. Spell strike gained. You need heals? They're all good. Let's top off Utopia. Stop running. There's no hope. A little bit closer, as close as possible. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not again. It's not gonna kill him, but it's gonna be hilarious. He's still able to get out of there. There's enough. He has enough jump for that. He might not make it to the end to his next turn though.
No place to die. This.
Nice work, Dojo. Experience charm, Mage's Mark. Got a water charm, so in case anyone wants to change to water, we can have that. We can arrange for that. Next battle, we will be at the level cap. Let's see what we got here. Nice. I got the ability to use meditate. Get more staff abilities up. Utopia gets the ability to use concentrate. So even though we've basically only scratched the surface of this game, we've put 2 hours in already. It's like 10 p.m. So we're going to call it for now. I'm going to first equip the stuff that we just got, so that I don't remember, or so I don't have to remember it next time. to set up Utopia to follow up on Chomper. So we hit him with the fire reverse, and then we hit him with the fire lance. Just have to, you know, check to make sure that we don't get too many fire-resistant enemies. We actually don't have any lightning characters. Godfrey is a lightning character. And we're carrying some lightning magic at least. Well, you're here to tank, and you're also here to flank, right? You got pincer attack, you got mighty impact. Like, we're dealing, like, you usually do maybe like 20 damage per turn, but then occasionally you do like 120 damage per turn, whereas everyone else is doing like 40 every turn. Don't worry, once you get those MP up cards, and also you haven't even seen what happens when you get those plus physical cards. Like, if you get those plus physical cards, your everything just increases, like strength, vitality, dexterity, agility, and you become like this super monster. And then similarly, when we start getting the magic up cards. But that's the thing about this game, right? It's like there's enough going on that it can be actually impossible sometimes to win. Because if the enemies, like, the cards are all random, right? The cards that drop are random, and then the enemies may or may not pick them up. But if you get unlucky, you can just, like, have the enemy pick up, like, you know, 2 criticals and 2 physical cards, and then it's like, well, I guess it's time to lose. But you could replay the same map, and then your allies could get basically the same thing, and you'd be like, okay, well, it's time for this to just be an easy mission, right? You just never know. Which is why I wish that there were more ways to increase your movement's distance, like the number of move. I want to keep on wanting to say move speed, but that's actually not the term. Your number of tiles you can move. Because if you could have that, then you could like focus on running to as many cards as possible. No monster, I become a demon. Exactly. Alright, I don't know when we'll next play this. Maybe tomorrow? I mean, Monday is, usually I don't stream on Mondays, but if I do stream, maybe we'll do more Tactics Ogre. May as well keep the momentum going for this game. Tuesday will be Smash After Work. Wednesday, Metroid 2. Thursday, Smash After Work. Friday, Star Rail. Saturday, Viewer Games. Sunday, we'll figure it out. So if you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. If you're lurking and you also want to have a character, just come back tomorrow. Let me know. I'll make a character for you. I'll try to keep as many viewers in as I can. I might give more preference to regulars. Like people, not regulars for the channel, but regulars to this series at least. But yeah, that's the information for Tactics Ogre. Be sure to tune in tomorrow if I stream at all. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.